It's 4 appointments in a month, and it's 45 minutes long.
Are you going to go live with this shit?
I'm going live right now.
Okay, 44 minutes long. I'll reach out to you. Blessings, brother.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, good evening, Manhattan, New York City, the world, the universe, and beyond. My name's Kirk, and this is my spiritual, supernatural, mystical, and imagigo, magical show. I guess the wire's going to show. Okay, the wire is going to show. Hey, you got to be like, have $1 billion gazillion dollars so wires don't show in your life. You know what I mean? It's a metaphorical thing. My name's Kirk, and this is my spiritual, supernatural, mystical, and magical TV show. And 5 planets in Mercury, 5 planets in retrograde. And it's a friggin' mess over here at the Studio 4 in Kirk Studio. I don't think we don't have the Mac. And it's like my bread and butter. I like to, play music and get excited. And here's a song I was going to play for you. See if we can find this. It's going to be a loose show because I walked in here and they're like, hey, no Mac. And I'm like, okay, you've got like 15 minutes to pull something together. But I did. And you can call me, by the way, 212-245-7273. Hey, you guys haven't seen this in a while, have you? That's right, the Kirk Spiritual Kirk TV clipboard. Because I write things down and I put them in my house and it happens faster in a manifestation sense when you can see that. You put it on your desk, you put it in your house, where you can see it. And it gets in there a lot faster. You're just looking at it on your phone a couple times a day. It's not going to get into your consciousness. I try to tell people that, and they're like, I don't want to deal with paper. You have to have the image. And it's better if it's an image. But as far as, quotes and things to remind you, let the miracle happen. All day long. So 5 planets in retrograde, we got to work with it. Let the miracle happen. Shakti, namaste. Let's see if we can get Jen Wigmore on here. Kill of the night. We'll show you videos, but it's gonna be mini videos. Okay? This is really up close and personal with Kirk Spiritual. Huh? Oh, come on. And we'll take some social media on here. Here you go. Okay. Give me a call. Oh, we already have callers. All right, I'm going to pick up the phone right now. This is Jen Wigmore, Kill of the Night. You got the boom, boom, boom in your heart. Somebody give me a call. Oh, yeah, call back. Yeah, right here. Whoa. My name's Kirk, and this is my spiritual, supernatural, mystical, and magical TV show. Anybody want to talk to me? 212. You know who I really like? The Kills. And we're going to read all this stuff to you, too, okay? You're going to breathe, relax, respond. These are the hot tips. Anything you want to do is going to take time, energy, money, and patience. Okay? Time, energy, money, and patience. Yep, that's right. Shakti, namaste. What's going on? I'm going to take a picture of you guys, okay? Shakti. My name's Kirk, and I help people. I'm a full trance medium. I'm a full interdimensional trance medium Akashic Records reader. And any other song requests? Yes. Okay. You're on Kirk's beautiful spiritual TV.
Hey, Kirk. It is Kenny in Dallas.
Kenny, without fail. What's up, buddy?
Dude, I am so glad that you're talking about these planets in retrograde right now because I have been going through it. Last week, my car died on me, and I thought I could get it fixed, but I couldn't, so I had to get a new car. And that car got towed away within like 24 hours of me having it. Because in my apartment building, I did not get a chance to update my car information with my carport, and they towed it. So I had to spend extra money on getting my car.
I hear you, brother. I mean, I was going to like almost jump out the window for about an hour. I was like, this is the freakiest of the freakiest energy that I am ever experiencing. A massive clearing. I don't know what it is. You know, and I'm pretty savvy. Like when shit's in retrograde, just move through it, stay on target.
Yeah, but right now it's just too hectic. But hopefully it's going to come to an end, I think the 19th of August.
Is that it? So we got another week? I mean, our computer system totally crashed.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why I was showing videos on my iPhone. We don't have any.
Oh
The computers are totally down.
Mercury in retrograde and all the other. What other planets are in retrograde besides Mercury?
I don't know. I think Saturn and Jupiter. I don't know. Let's find out, man. You know, I have an astrologer that actually we trade work, so she calls me and she leaves me these long texts, you know, about dates and times and let's see, 5 planets in retrograde. Multiple planets in retrograde meeting for summer of 2018. Take a deep breath, stargazers. We're in for one dizzying summer, according to astrologer. 6 planets will be in retrograde. This one says 6. Over the course of the summer,
9 planets or 8.
over the course of the summer, a total of 6 planets will be in retrograde. Let's see what this says. So, you know, we just had to kind of make a show up because the show was just, you know, as you know, talking a little bit and showing videos and.
Well, you know, I appreciate the fact that you're touching affirmations too, because I totally believe in affirmations. I write them on my mirror.
Okay, well, I did bring my clipboard from, like, you know, days of old, and I did have some quotes. Let me see. Because the show was going to be called Clean As You Go. But, you know, here's the thing. I mean, people get to the end of their life. I've watched a lot of people die, actually. Being a shaman, people show up at the very end of their lives. It's just a phenomenon that just kind of happens.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, they're like taking stock. They're ready to step off into the next reality. And, you know, I'm kind of like, you know what a sin eater is? You kind of like absolve them. And it's just a natural thing. It is not something I wanted to do or made up. But the more and more people showed up, you know, the more I kind of understood what was happening. But that took, you know, like a 20-year process to figure all that out. In any event, at the end of their life, it's like all the pain and all the fear that was really in the background, it all starts to come out. That's why, you know, pain and the hospice is so painful and the death is so painful is because all of the pain and all of the insanity, all of it that you were sitting on comes out at the end.
Yeah,
and
all that stored up agony.
Yeah, it's really true. And so, you know, if you really deal with shit as you go, then you're really actually going to have a more peaceful death. It's not going to be this long. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So clean as you go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Clean as you go basically is, you know, deal with shit, clean your energy, and then at the end, there's not this heavy debt.
Like meditating and having some type of spiritual practice kind of helps you clean, right?
Yes, absolutely. And then you do energy work with healers. So the name of the show is going to be Clean As You Go. And, I was just going to talk about some basic energy cleaning techniques. But
the affirmations, does that help as well?
yes, it does. You can say, let me see. What do you want to do? I mean, what kind of aura, what kind of energy, what kind of presence do you want to have?
Well, one of my affirmations is dealing with, of course, career type things. Like I want to see myself on Broadway or in movies and TV. So that's something that I have written on my mirror. Along with other things, just like I'm a yogi and I'm a creator, I'm a producer, things like that.
That's excellent. You can just start thanking the universe for stuff in advance. That's one thing.
Indeed, I do that.
Let's see. Let the miracle happen.
I've been doing this meditation program with Deepak and Oprah on this program that they have on Deepak's meditation website. It's a 21-day series of meditation. It is so helpful. I try to help, meditate outside of it, but when they have these programs on, it really does help me focus and do a program of meditation. So that's helping me right now.
I've done that, and I listened to the Deepak, which his voice and the music that he brings up is very soothing. I'm going to bring one up, but listen, let's just read this for a minute. This is about the 6 planets in retrograde. This summer, a total of 6 planets will be in retrograde, 5 of them at the same time, meaning that the warmer months of 2018 are going to have more twists and turns than a roller coaster ride. Of course, not all retrogrades signify disaster. Just because a planet is in retrograde in any zodiac sign, even your sign, does not mean your life is about to take a retrograde spin. Just remember how one experiences a retrograde largely depends on how you choose to see the event. Part of successfully weathering a difficult time is being prepared for it. So keep in mind, just simply knowing about a retrograde is half the effort in conquering it. True, true, and true.
Right. Even all these hurdles I had to jump, I've always tried to look for the silver lining. For example, I have a new car now, where my other car was 7 years old, had 130,000 miles on it, and I'm starting to drive more now because I'm auditioning. So having a more reliable car with a warranty is a blessing. And also with it even getting towed, it got towed within 10 minutes of me just seeing it, the last time. Instead of it getting towed in the middle of the night and those charges going up, over the hours, because, if your car is in tow, they charge by the hour. I was able to get my car back within an hour and a half of it getting towed. So I look for all these types of things, to try to make my life feel better right now.
Right. Let me see. Clear, consistent request is one of the things I use. CCR. Clear, consistent request. It's just a repetition of a clear and consistent request. My thing, sane, sober, solvent, serene. Sane, sober, solvent, serene. That's my affirmation. I allow the miracle. Just allow the miracle. When I try to force my will, it usually ends up being a disaster. And then when I allow the will and the will of God, Goddess, divine and spiritual intelligence,
things go better.
You end up getting a serendipity, and things actually end up being better than, beyond your wildest dreams.
Exactly.
Let me see. A closed mind is not going to give you an open life. What do you think of that?
I totally agree with that.
I think a lot of people get stuck, and a lot of people that come to me, they're in these paradigms of love and hate, fear and excitement, win or lose, success or fail, and you have to step out of those. So I teach them, tell me the result that you, instead of saying I failed, because if you pick up the paradigm of I failed, then you're going to attach. And once you attach shame, which you will, if you don't have the knowledge, the wisdom, and the strength, and somebody to guide you, an advisor to say, you know, don't attach shame. Just tell me what the result was and the result that you wanted. So in Kenny's case, you know, I want a Broadway show. So now you got to take it to the next level. You got to say, I want to be in a Broadway show, and then you got to start ordering like off a menu. I want to be in a Broadway show within the year. I want to be in a Broadway show with Zachary Quinto. I want to, you know what I'm saying? And you keep...
Hey, I love Zachary Quinto.
What did you say?
Great affirmation. Yeah, I was totally do that. That's so cool.
Well, I live a block away from the Boys in the Band around Broadway, and I see Zachary.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I'm almost afraid to, so I'm not really going to go unless somebody hands me a ticket. But I do see Zachary Quinto in the neighborhood, and I haven't seen Matt Bomber or the rest of the crew. But for some reason,
I love that movie.
I keep running into Zachary Quinto. You saw the movie is horrifying. I mean, it's such a downer, and it's so horrifying, and it's like such a period piece, and it's scathingly honest. I mean, it's just painfully scathingly honest about, you know, I wish somebody would almost write a second half to it.
Well, there is a sequel. I forgot the name of it, but there is a sequel to Boys in the Band.
I'm going to think about it, but I just don't know if I can sit there for 3 hours and watch that kind of pain about being gay.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they were in the closet when it was, you know, it's about being in the closet. It's about being true. It's really about just like rage. And
is it the actual same script, or is it like a period piece, you know?
How they did it, I'm sure they did a couple upgrades, but I don't know if it's set in the original time or if they upgraded, you know what I mean, and modernized it. I don't know about that. Like, okay, but it was really, I mean, it started out at some tiny little theater. I was reading about it down in Manhattan, and people were waiting, you know, around the block. And so many people wanted to see this that it eventually moved. I don't know if it was ever directly on Broadway. It moved like up to Broadway, and it ran for like 5 months or 5 years. I don't know.
Oh.
You know, like if you look at like really hardcore, socially motivated movies like that, you know, the other one is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. But you see, if you watch Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, there's some kind of resolution and insight. And when you watch The Boys in the Band, you just walk away feeling like there's no hope.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's two kinds of films. So, I don't know. I mean, The French Connection was very insightful. That was kind of like a socially motivated film. I'm trying to think of other ones that were just like what's the one with Dustin Hoffman?
The Graduate?
Yeah, The Graduate. You know, was
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy was really good. You know, and all of these were like these really hardcore social commentaries, and some of them, you know, Taxi Driver. I mean, look at Taxi Driver.
What? I auditioned for a play tonight, and it's a spoof on the Night of the Living Dead. That was controversial. I don't know if you remember the ending to the Night of the Living Dead. Did you ever see that?
I've seen it like 20 times. What happens in the end?
So, you know, the black guy who survived the zombie apocalypse?
Right.
he actually gets shot by a white cop at the end. He mistakes him for his So that's kind of in this play that I'm in tonight, or I auditioned for tonight. And it's a comedy. So, but that's again a political statement that was, alarming, if you will. Having this black man survive this zombie apocalypse.
Totally.
To be shot by the white cop.
Totally. I mean, Macon County Line, Mississippi Burning.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever seen Mississippi Burning, And I was gonna plug this thing, the Spike Lee new movie, Black K Klansman, and the trailer is kick ass.
It looks phenomenal.
So I really want to see that, and
Happy Time Murder. I'm gonna see that one too.
What's the name of it?
Happy Time Murders.
Okay.
The Jim Henson Muppet rated R movie with Melissa McCarthy playing a detective alongside a Muppet detective.
Right.
Rated R.
Right.
Really.
So I don't know. I don't know if I can go and see it. The rest of Broadway is really just a lot of fluffy bullshit. I mean, there's like Frozen from Disney, and it's just all this.
My friend is in Aladdin. He's the genie.
Right. A lot of the Disney stuff is kind of subversively, socially, like they kind of get a message in there, they slip a message in. But it's not direct in your face like that late 60s and 70s stuff that was so, like, just bold and confrontational. Like,
yeah, so poignant.
Here it is.
Such a things around the 1968, era.
And you really don't get, like, there's no one gay director that you can point to and say, this guy is consistently putting out content that's insightful and interesting and funny to watch.
You mean nowadays or?
Yeah,
forever?
I mean now, like.
What about that dude who did? I can't think of it. Is it Todd Phillips? Is he gay?
What's the name?
Velvet Goldmine. I love that. I mean.
Oh yeah, I would bet. There was Derek Jarman, and there was who did. Private Idaho with Keanu?
Gus Van Sant.
Gus Van Sant, and then there was Todd Haynes.
Right.
And there was like a handful of them, but then they just kind of disappear. There's not, look at Hitchcock. Look at Roger Corman, like 100 movies.
Yeah.
Didn't
Gus Van Sant have some movie out last year about I might be wrong, but was it the 3 Billboards or something? Was that
is that Gus Van Sant?
I think that's Gus Van Sant.
Okay, I don't know if he's specifically gay, but like I think he is, but he doesn't really do gay content all the time.
No, it's not, I don't think that's a gay movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Moonlight, whatever. That was a great movie. Did you see that one?
No, I was afraid to watch that one too, because anytime. Anytime I see a movie that's like, oh, it's a gay movie, and all the straight people are like, oh, you got to see this, and I'm like, nope, it's pain. Because why, Kenny? Because the gay guy always dies. The gay guy always
Well,
gets...
not in Moonlight. Moonlight. You would love it. It's so touching.
You think so?
Brokeback Mountain, that was that.
Yeah, okay, Brokeback Mountain. I don't really think An Lee is gay.
I said the porno version, Bareback Mountain.
Yeah, there's Bareback Mountain too. Yes, there is. I'm tired of seeing gay guys get beaten up and killed.
Yeah.
And the same with, the black guys all through the 70s. I mean, like in the horror films, that's a thing, right? Where, like, in the horror films, the black guy always gets it first.
Oh, yeah, usually.
So, just kind of like over this bullshit of people, like, standing up and cheering when the gay guy gets slaughtered.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully that's going to change. We need to meditate that negative energy away.
Well, a lot of it is changing. I want to see a really great trans movie.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like I think that whole area is totally untapped.
You know?
About gender, that things that really blow your mind and make you think about gender. And gender and labels and conformity and clothes, like where is that movie?
I need to write that movie.
I need to make that movie. Somebody needs to make that movie because
I think you and I should produce that movie.
I know a lot of drag queens that aren't really trans. I know a lot of a couple of trans people, and I know a lot of people that won't identify with the gender. I was at Whole Foods and I was trying to shop, and there was a person that worked there, and the person was in like Abercrombie shorts and kind of a sweatshirt, and had like a cropped short hair like mine, and from the side I literally could not tell if it was a man or a woman.
Oh wow.
So I was like, wow, okay, welcome to 2018. So what do you say? He had a big cart thing right in front of what I was trying to get. And the person was turned to the side and like stalking. And so first I said, excuse me, miss, excuse me, sir. Like you could kind of tell, like if it was a woman kind of dressed more like a boy, it would have been an insult. And if it was a guy and I called him miss, it would have been an insult. Right. So what do you say, like, sir?
Excuse me, please.
I did say excuse me, and I think it was a woman.
But without the gender.
Without the pronoun, right?
Yeah, without the pronoun.
Excuse me, person.
Excuse me, other being in front of me.
Intersex. I mean, some people, and she kind of, like, I don't know if she got insulted or not. I'm not.
Well, I think she knows what she looks like, and I think this is not the first time she was mistaken as a boy.
That's very, very good. That's very true, Kenny. All right, Kenny, we're out of time, man. The show is 20 seconds to go.
Okay.
So,
well, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, goodbye, TV land. Thank you for watching. We have 30 seconds left. I wanted to show the Spike Lee trailer, but we're not going to. We're off the air. Okay, Kenny, we'll catch you next time. Shakti Namaste. Love you, buddy. Okay, well, that was a nice chat with Kenny, and we are going off the air, and thank you for watching. Shakti, we'll see you next week. Hopefully we got computer. Namaste. Okay. 6 planets in retrograde, and boy, it's like a shit show in Manhattan. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys.